Alright, we were muted after I got the microphone on. But looking at OBS now, I should be unmuted, which is an objectively great thing. Thank you again for joining, BAP. I still have Grand Theft Auto 5 on. Okay, thank you for letting me know. I will fix that post-haste, by which I mean immediately. Gotta properly represent what exactly we're doing. If I sound, nearly dead and very tired, it is because I am both of those things. But once again, thank you for tuning in. Very happy to have you here. Very sorry to hear that your tummy is all upsetty spaghetti in the form of wet noodles slathered with meat sauce, plus your sunburn. That is not a good combination. Imagine getting caught in a flood and then coming away with a sunburn. That is some terrible, maybe uniquely Australian luck that you had there. But I also believe that with time, you'll not only be okay, you'll be a better form of yourself that is stronger than the one that did not almost get swept away in the not even knee-high flood. Floodwater is pretty powerful. Don't want to underestimate those. It is a great thing. I agree, Bap. I appreciate you saying so. Let's check our fish buckets. It was my massive sunfish. Very well could have been, but probably not, because all these people that I'm fishing with seem to get bigger fish than me, which is fine. We'll get there eventually, sooner or later. Whenever a big fish decides to bite on our rod, which could be any moment now. If we catch enough fish, maybe it'll help you feel better and it'll help your skin peel off. Many years ago, as a kid, I went to a water park and for whatever reason didn't wear any sunscreen. In my youthful hubris, I thought I could easily get away with that. But I couldn't. I got a big ass sunburn on my back. Then I had to wait for it to peel, and then I had to live through it peeling for like a week and a half. There's no moral to that story. It's just a thing that happened to me at one point. 2 out of 3 sussies get skin cancer in their life. Oh, Aussies. Yeah, I misread that. 2 out of 3 Aussies get skin cancer in their life. Well, hopefully you're the lucky 1/3. Or if you already have skin cancer, it can be on the very outer part of your epidermis and it can just peel off. Why doesn't other cancers simply peel off? Who knows? You like when you peel going back to your reptilian stage? That's a good way to look at it. Just recapturing the reptile aesthetic. When you put it like that, I'll go chasing sunburns just for the privilege of chilling out on warm rocks. Reptiles do have it made. Back sunburn is the worst? Yeah, I agree. That is predominantly where I got it on the water park. Because you can't even really see your burned skin or pick it off yourself. You just have to wait for it to peel off on its own. And there's a lot of nerves on your back. That's one reason why, if you've ever had a persistent itch on your back, that can be the worst. Can't wear shirts and can't lay down? Damn, rip. At least you can tune into the stream. Sunburn or no, I like to be pretty reliable that way. Ooh, we got another bite. Ooh, this one has some bigger numbers to click through. Hopefully we can get all of them. Should look into getting the rod power upgrade. So bigger numbers like that are no object. Just got some neck and hella arms. Hopefully they're not too burned. Arms are pretty important. I hope you have full use of both of your arms. I would recommend going on a walk if you can't lay down, but I feel like that's what got you in trouble in the first place. A flood may happen when you go outside to take a walk. And by definition, that's also where the sun is. So don't take my advice. My advice is that I give terrible advice. But sometimes the people around me get lucky when they go fishing. You'll get Moonburn. It's 9:30. Oh yeah. Always forget. Whenever it's early morning for me, it's like early night for you. I think you're like 22 hours ahead of me, if I remember my proper Australian time zones. You are 22 hours further down the line of human evolution than I am. I would try to catch up with you, but something tells me you'll always be ahead of me that way. But knowing that does help me get a little more hype. I'll gather even more hype, so it will be a good 9:30 night for you. I mean, just imagine, in half an hour, it'll be 10 p.m. where you are. That'll be crazy. Ooh, a glistening old boot. That thing is fucking tiny. Not even a baby's wearing that. Maybe a baby who didn't properly develop. If you want to dress up an aborted fetus, that could be a dead fetus boot. But I feel like that wasn't the creative intent with this game. A boat or a plane can help you time travel? Yeah, that's true. That's true. Unfortunately, those are pretty expensive, but someday. I wouldn't mind being a really obnoxious rich guy on Twitter with a private plane, tweeting about how I'm time traveling every time I fly over the international state line. If I could live anywhere in the world, maybe it would be New Zealand, since they are, to my understanding, the furthest along in human evolution. They're a couple hours faster than the rest of us. I need to buy more bait. Only the genuine kind of bait here, not the internet kind. This is the kind meant to make you happy, not sad. Let's go back here, see if we can buy anything. That's fair, I appreciate that, Bap, I try to be. Let's see, rod power from 10 to 20. Why not? Let's get one of those. And maybe we'll get more money, put it into our next camp tier. The camp tiers get really, really expensive really quickly. You're very much meant to grind for those, I feel like. But at least the river never runs out of fish. At least so far. We'll have to see. New Zealand also really pretty. It's also cold, but you're probably used to that. Yeah, the warm and the cold. Global warming does one good thing well, and it makes it warmer for most of the year, but then the cold will just hit you like a freight train. Then you can freeze to death for like 2.5 months out of the year, while making jokes about not believing in global warming, conveniently forgetting all of the severe tropical storms and the general heat and the rest of the year. I don't know about you, but November for us is usually a cold month, but it's just now getting cold. Like over the past half week or so, it's been cold. And it'll probably be predominantly cold from now through like halfway through February, maybe the beginning of February. But I remember March used to also be usually cold for most of the time. But now it's just not. Now March is pretty temperate. But I'm no scientist, this is all just my very vague, heuristic sense of things. At least we have Overwatch Classic. If we get bored of Paradise, we can go back to Hell, as it was originally released in 2016. It's been hot as fuck for like a month, and you think it's only spring still? Yeah, I feel like that way during spring a lot. I know that the seasons in Australia, because you're on the other axis of the Earth, they're like reversed. So when we're doing Christmas, you're celebrating summer or whatever, or your Christmas is in the summertime, whichever one. Must be very odd to see the majority of Christmas movies with snow, but I would prefer Christmas in the summertime, honestly. It's much more fun to celebrate on a beach than it is all snowed in. What are you gonna do with snow, you know? Like, slip and fucking break your hip? It's much harder to slip on the beach. New creature. Call it a treasure chest. Nice. We get our fish in the bucket. There we go. It's been 90 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's without the sun violently touching you. Damn. I'm glad the sun is keeping its hands to itself for now. I'm sorry about the sunburn that you're still peeling off. But hopefully it only gets better from here. Not unlike my stream. Or not unlike Batman for the most part. Some people say the collective mythology of superheroes gets worse over time. I politely disagree. I believe in our modern creative minds. If you go back to like the 30s through the 60s, this stuff was written with like no posterity in mind. Like they didn't write the stories or produce them thinking that they would ever be looked at again. They really only started putting actual care into these things in like the 70s or 80s, especially the 80s. But because I'm a modern man, I don't really get compelled by most comic books, unless they're a seminal Batman comic written in the 80s or 90s, or if they were written from like the mid 2000s onward. I'm a modern audience member. I have to be spoken to as such, at least to my media. At least from my media, I mean. Yeah, Christmas is normally just a big family barbecue and kids get gifts. That's fun. Oh damn, host left the game. Hope I got that fish. Let's find a new lobby. First one listed. It's called Plastics Lobby. Let's try not to throw too much plastic into the ocean. I mean, I haven't been, but apparently everyone else on Earth. They're just chucking disposable plastics into the ocean over and over again. Looks like my money is glitched out. It still shows $0. See if we have any fish to sell here. Alright, we do. That's good. Let's see about advancing the camp tier, maybe. Unless there's any kind of upgrade or cosmetic you'd like to see. Let's get that treasure chest. Good stuff. Alright, only $6,000 remaining. Until we get the privilege of buying even more stuff. It's a much less busy bridge than it was before. Even though, theoretically, there should be just as many people here fishing as there were in the other lobby. Maybe I'm just hungry, but I really would not mind an Australian Christmas barbecue. And it makes me think how many missed opportunities even American movies have had, not representing Christmas barbecues on the beach. It'd be a very tasty and generous barbecue. I like to imagine Santa Claus takes a break from the cold, unforgiving, chimney-filled hells of Western Christmas. Western Northern Hemisphere Christmas, I guess I should say. Then he takes a load off with the Australian barbecues. I'd much rather have gotten Christmas gifts as a kid at a fun beach barbecue. than just waking up to play out the stereotypical Christmas morning for your parents. As a kid, I always felt like it was more for them than it was for me. I mean, the gifts were for me as a kid, and I really enjoyed them. But the performance aspect of it, getting really excited on Christmas morning, that's more for the parents. And more power to them. They deserve it. At least most parents, since they went to all that trouble to buy me the presents. Aussie barbecue and American barbecue is very different. That's interesting. If only I was more rich, I could fly myself over the international date line. I could make a fun tweet about it that people would hate me for. Then I could try that Australian barbecue. I think I've talked about it on stream previously, but I think that McDonald's in other parts of the world, besides America, they have like a way better and healthier menu. It's like more tasty, and it's better for you. Whereas in America, it's like the cheapest, greasiest stuff you could possibly imagine. It barely even feels like nutrition. I wonder how the bigger fish swim in between the two rocks on either side of this river here. I'll try to suspend my disbelief and not think about it too hard. Not unlike Overwatch or Batman. The fish are pretty slow in this lobby. Nope, I take it back, we got one. Pap says we have better cut of meat and we use some sauce, but mainly just herbs and stuff. Ooh, that sounds tasty. Yeah, the sauce, like A1 steak sauce, or like buffalo sauce, as much as I love buffalo sauce, it's by far the least healthy part of a lot of meats, especially barbecue sauce, since that's there's a lot of sugar in it, and American barbecue tends to use a lot of it. So just some herbs and seasonings. That sounds way better to me. Light seasoning, no Sweet Baby Ray's, that's good. That's good. Sweet Baby Ray's sauce is popular here in America because we love things that make us fat. Like McDonald's. Like barbecue sauce. Like buffalo sauce. Don't know about Australia, but a popular form of pizza in America is to have cheese pizza and then to put white meat chicken on top of it, and then to put buffalo sauce on top of that. And I can think of some things that are more fattening than that, but not many. I'd much rather just have the chicken without the pizza or the buffalo sauce. Maybe a little bit of buffalo sauce just to wash it down, but not too much. According to the game, that is a large guppy. The game occasionally lies to us. No, you don't have it. And yeah, you think we have that pizza here? Okay, that's good. It's good that you have that kind of pizza, so it's at least an option. I'm glad you don't have that other stuff, though. It's not even good for you. I don't even think it's that tasty. I think human beings just trick themselves into thinking it's tasty. Because sugar is incredibly addictive. Sugar is at least as addictive as most addictive drugs, other than like opiates maybe. But people always underestimate their sugar cravings because it's normalized in polite society. But fuck polite society. First we go web fishing, then we play Overwatch. There's nothing polite about any of that. Got another fish in the bucket. But Mark Zuckerberg loves it. I don't know if you mean the food specifically or the overall discontent that the food leads to. If so, I would agree with you either way. Social media magnates like Mark Zuckerberg make a lot of money off of people not being happy in their lives. He is not unlike Russian and Iranian disinformation campaigns that way. Alright, let's catch another fish. And maybe we do some Overwatch? We'll see. Oh, Sweet Baby Rays? That makes sense. That's one preference, or another preference, that I'm happy to not share with Mark Zuckerberg or other billionaires. Billionaires are not the vibe. They are not very cool, despite how much money they may spend in the pursuit of being cool. Spending money in some ways definitely helps people be cooler, but when that's all you have for your charisma or social standing, there's no way to be cool with just money. And I think billionaires prove that. As much as Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, or Jeff Bezos may want to be cool, money can't buy that specifically. But they can definitely pay to surround themselves with people who will pretend like they're cool. And in the relative experience of the finite human condition, maybe there's no difference. When I play Overwatch, you're gonna head to sleep. I hope you wake up feeling much better, Bap. Thank you for tuning in. The stream is still dedicated to you feeling better. So hopefully you're not being swept away in any floodwaters or sunburned again. Made a remake with, you think, T-Pain? That's interesting. Oh shit, connection closed with player. Hopefully, if we get kicked out, we don't lose our fish. The game might be glitching out a little bit, but that's okay. Nope, host left the game. Alright, well that's okay too. Let's see if we can find another lobby where... Oh, the same lobby's still there, just no one's in it. That's interesting. Alright, let's see if this lobby works. Bap says, no, illness is going to be worse when you wake up. You know it only kicked in a few hours ago. That could be true, but also sleep is by far the best medicine. You never know how you might feel when you wake up, and statistically speaking, it's usually better. Why is it a menacing evening fog right now? We got Silent Hill vibes in this lobby. Alright, let's see if we have any better luck. Fishing here? Oh yeah, we already have way better luck. And all these things to click through. Hopefully this fish is pretty good. It is tiny, but it is a glistening guppy. So hopefully that's pretty valuable. Went water riding yesterday. Ooh, that sounds fun. Other than the part where you get swept away in the flood. That does sound really fun. I'm imagining something like sledding on top of snow, but with water instead. Know that in rain you can catch special fish? Oh, I did not know that. Thank you for the tip. I'll fish with even more intent now. And I recently got the minnows bait, so we can catch much better fish. And with the new rod power upgrade, catching anything should be pretty easy. A shining huge bluegill. Hell yeah. We get the fish out of the bucket. It says the buddy is empty, but I don't believe them. Here we go. Let's go buy some more minnows. Let's take another look in the shop here. Got 2 or 3 of them, of like a certain fish. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's put $500 toward that. And I'm gonna take a big drink of water when I cast my rod here again. Gotta stay hydrated to gather hype in the morning. Alright, good stuff. Slightly more hydrated now. But I'll need to remember to drink some more water soon. Large walleye, neat. I'm sure we'll find some more of them. For farewell, if that's you heading to sleep, Bap, have a great rest. And I will catch you later. Maybe you'll wake up, feeling even worse, but I believe in you and your ability to recover. I like to think optimistically that you'll wake up feeling much better. No tummy ache, less severe sunburn. Or maybe it'll all be peeled already. That'd be nice. So I'll send those optimistic vibes to you. Hopefully they come in handy. Also, you read like 12 Berserk chapters in a day, damn. If only you had read 13, you probably wouldn't have gotten sunburned. But you want to live a balanced life full of enriching media and real-life experiences. So I can't blame you for going outside, getting caught up in the floodwaters a little bit. What is life if you don't, almost get caught up in a flood at least once? Still very, foggy and rainy here in Webfish. For me now, though, the sun is coming up. Sun is already over the horizon, and in like 5 to 10 minutes, it'll be like, daytime is here again. It's like we won't even remember that it was ever nighttime. This fish might be pretty valuable, judging by all the clicks here. Super easy click-throughs after the, rod upgrade. A glistening old boot. Well, it's a higher tier of an old boot, so maybe that'll come in handy. Or it'll be valuable when we sell it. Thought the rain for a moment had stopped, but nope, it's still going. I think it's just harder to see from certain angles. Ooh, someone caught a huge fish. Nice. Good for them. A rising tide raises, uh, all, uh, all fish, I guess. Alright, let's see what this fish is. Shining turtle. That feels pretty lucky. No more fog in web fishing. Seems to have cleared up. Hopefully, rain is still coming down somewhat so we can find special fish. Shining small walleye. Neat. Walleye, what a guy. Still not bored of any of those things. This game still has some of the best writing I've seen this entire year. If not just overall in general. Let's see how much we can put towards our new camp tier. Got $4,500 remaining. That means we are just about halfway there. We're still throwing all of our money into the void, but soon we'll have filled up the void. Caught a crappie. Holy crappie. Neat. I like it whenever we pull a big ass fish out of that small bucket. It's the little idiosyncrasies of reality that really sell the world we're in. Ooh, this could be a really good fish. Let me get my clicking face on. Click through this even faster. This would be much harder without that rod power upgrade. I'm glad I got it. Damn, they got a huge ass fish. Whereas we just got a turtle, but it is hella opulent. And a coin bag. Ooh, another lucky fish. Well, I presume lucky, since we gotta click through all this stuff. Got a glistening salmon. Neat. I love all these shiny higher tiers of fish. If only shiny Pokemon were this easy to find. And shiny Pokemon don't even offer a competitive advantage, as far as I know. They're just for bragging rights. I'm still pretty dead inside at the moment. Don't know if I want to pour myself any more iced coffee. Maybe after this I should just have some water. But I'll drink a little more of it. Poured myself a bit of iced coffee before the start of the stream. It is not a healthy drink. It has too much sugar for my taste. but it also doesn't really get me energized. It's more like it just stops me from being completely dead. A huge perch. Neat. All the fish are the same to me. I just like the ones that sell for the most money.